So MADlib from its very beginning actually was a bit of a community effort. I was doing research here at Berkeley with graduate students on merging SQL with text analytics, and the text analytics were machine learning algorithms. At the same time, I was seeing customers out in the field using MPP databases to do proprietary ad tech algorithms. And what we wanted to do was bring those communities together with the help of software engineers in Silicon Valley. And really the only way to build those kinds of coalitions is through open source. It doesn't hurt that Berkeley's a great place to do open source, so we were able to sort of kickstart that as the first contributors to the project. One of the fun things you can go look at is the GitHub check-in history of the MADlib repo. So my contributions are all at the beginning of that history, and there's just been this enormous growth in sort of the set of people who've been doing things and the code that's been contributed. So it's super fun to see this project where, you know, the first few lines of code are things I did while I was on sabbatical, but since then the community's grown and it's only gotten more sophisticated and interesting over time.
The Apache Software Foundation is really a great place to develop software in a community with like-minded developers. MADlib really came from a combination of folks from academia as well as from industry. This provided the early implementations of the algorithms in MADlib. Within the Apache Software Foundation, we've opened it up to a broader community. We're still getting participation from academia. A lot of graduate students contribute to the code base, especially related to their research, but also a lot of participation from the big data community. For example, machine learning is becoming more and more important to Hadoop users. And MPP architectures like Apache Hawk, which run over HDFS, allow MADlib algorithms to run on these large data lakes. So we're starting to see more of the Hadoop community starting to participate in machine learning projects like MADlib.
So one of the nice things about MADlib was that it started with the Postgres open source database as a platform for harnessing compute and data. Postgres at this point has now been integrated into a number of scalable MPP massively parallel products, and so really what you're doing is you're taking hardened open source technology and then bringing it to large scale compute. That's a great vector to take algorithms for statistical machine learning and bring them to large data sets. So Postgres has been really good DNA for the MADlib project.
The developers who work on MADlib generally have a knowledge of distributed systems and machine learning, as well as very good coding skills. The idea is to take algorithms from the literature, figure out how to implement them in a distributed manner, and that's what gives the scale out and performance capabilities of MADlib in an MPP database. Data scientists are the practitioners who are working on use cases day in and day out. So we hear on message boards directly from data scientists who are using MADlib, who are thinking of using MADlib, about specific functions that they would like to see built. So that's an important source of requirements for the MADlib community. MADlib is an open source project under the Apache Software Foundation, so it's very transparent. It's community driven. All of the roadmaps and potential features are discussed online, and anybody who has an idea is certainly welcome to contribute it to MADlib.
So in recent years, MADlib became an Apache project, which has been great, I think, for the community and raising its visibility and bringing it into an ecosystem of other big data products that are really thriving today. I think most of the leading products open source products in the big data space are under the Apache umbrella, so it gives you a really wonderful sense of community and the ability to interact with sort of the best of the best.
If an Apache contributor is interested in building something in MADlib, then they are more than welcome to fork the repo, develop their software and make a pull request. The community is also very responsive to responding to questions and to giving ideas to folks who are thinking of contributing to MADlib.